Hey everyone, it's Theo. I need to talk to you about a headline that is spreading fast right now. No Social Security checks for 3 months in 2026. I know when you hear that, your stomach probably drops. If you rely on Supplemental Security Income or SSI to pay your rent, buy groceries, cover prescriptions, or manage daily expenses, that kind of headline can feel alarming. It sounds like something is being taken away. But before you panic, before you assume benefits are being cut, and before you believe rumors that Social Security is running out of money, stay with me, because here's the truth. The headline is technically pointing to something real on the payment calendar, but it is completely misleading. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what is happening in 2026, why 3 months appear to have no payments, and why this is not a benefit cut. Now let's break this down clearly and calmly. First, according to the official payment schedule published by the Social Security Administration, some SSI recipients will not see a deposit in certain months of 2026, specifically March, August, and November. That part is true, but here's what that actually means. The payment is not skipped, it is not canceled, it is simply sent earlier. SSI is normally paid on the first day of each month. That is the standard rule. However, federal law does not allow the Social Security Administration to issue payments on weekends or federal holidays. When the first of the month falls on a Saturday, Sunday, or holiday, the payment must be moved to the last business day before that date. That's the key. In 2026, 3 months trigger this rule. March 1st, 2026 falls on a Saturday. Because payments cannot be sent on Saturday, the March SSI payment will be deposited on Friday, February 27, 2026. That means you will receive 2 payments in February, your regular February 1st payment and then your March payment early on February 27th. So when March arrives, there will be no deposit because you already received it. Next, August 1st, 2026 falls on a Sunday, so the August payment will be issued early on Friday, July 31st. Again, that creates 2 payments in July, July 1st and July 31st, and then no deposit in August. Then in November, November 1st, 2026 also falls on a Sunday. That means the November payment will be sent early on Friday, October 30th. So October will show 2 deposits and November will show none. Now here's the most important point. You still receive 12 full payments in 2026. Nothing is reduced, nothing is removed, nothing disappears. This is simply a calendar shift. There is also one more adjustment at the end of the year. Since January 1st, 2027 is a federal holiday, the January 2027 SSI payment will be issued early, on December 31st, 2026. That means December 2026 will also show 2 deposits, December 1st and December 31st. Again, this does not increase your yearly total. It only changes timing. Now, I need to clarify something very important because this is where confusion spreads. This situation applies specifically to SSI recipients. If you receive regular Social Security retirement benefits or Social Security disability insurance, known as SSDI, and you started benefits after May 1997, you are paid based on your birthday. Those payments go out on the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th Wednesday of each month. That Wednesday schedule does not create missing months. So the 3 months without checks headline mainly refers to SSI's first of the month rule. And I've reviewed the official schedule carefully. This is a timing adjustment, nothing more. Now let's address the elephant in the room, the insolvency rumors. Every time something unusual appears on the payment calendar, social media explodes with claims that the system is bankrupt or that benefits are secretly being cut. I want to be very clear. This calendar shift has nothing to do with insolvency. It is not caused by funding shortages. It is not a warning that payments are stopping. SSI is funded through general federal tax revenue, not the Social Security Trust Fund that supports retirement benefits. So headlines about long-term trust fund projections are a separate issue entirely. This 2026 change is purely about weekends landing on the first of the month. That's it. I respect you too much to give you false fear or false hope. Now, let's talk honestly about timing. Even though the total annual amount does not change, timing absolutely matters. If you receive SSI, especially if you're near the federal maximum, that monthly payment likely covers essential expenses like rent, utilities, food, and medication. When you receive two payments in 1 month, it may feel like extra money, but it is not extra. One of those payments is meant to carry you into the following month. If both deposits are spent early, the next month can feel very tight. For example, if someone receives about $950 per month, that totals roughly $11,400 per year. That yearly total does not change. But budgeting becomes very important during early payment months. If both deposits in July are spent before August arrives, there will be a longer stretch without new income. That's where stress can happen. And I know some of you might be thinking, why not just spread it evenly? The reason is simple. Federal law fixes SSI payments to the first of the month. When that date falls on a weekend or holiday, the agency must move it earlier. They cannot delay it into the next month. This rule applies almost every year in some form. 2026 just happens to have 3 such adjustments, which makes the calendar look dramatic. But again, this is not a reduction, not a cut, not a collapse. So what should you do right now? First, mark your calendar. Note the early payment dates. Planning ahead removes fear. Second, when you receive one of those early deposits, treat it as next month's money. If possible, separate it in your bank account so you don't accidentally spend it early. Even simple awareness helps. Third, always verify payment dates directly through the official Social Security Administration website. Create or log into your account to view your benefit details. Fourth, if you ever think a payment is missing, wait at least 3 business days before contacting support. Most payments are delivered electronically and rarely fail. But patience helps avoid unnecessary stress. And very important, be alert for scams. Whenever rumors about payment disruptions spread, scammers become more active. No legitimate government agency will ever call, text, or email asking for your social security number, bank details, or payment through gift cards or cryptocurrency. If that happens, hang up immediately. Preparation is your strongest protection. Also, keep in mind that the annual cost of living adjustment, or COLA, for 2026 will be officially announced in October 2025. That adjustment will determine the exact monthly benefit amount for next year. Based on projections, a modest increase is expected, but the final percentage will only be confirmed after the official announcement. And if you are still receiving paper checks, consider switching to direct deposit. Electronic payments are faster, safer, and more reliable. Now let me close with this. If you receive SSI or regular Social Security benefits, your payments are not being cut in 2026. You will receive 12 full payments. 3 of them simply arrive early because of weekend calendar rules. Stay informed, stay calm, and plan ahead. This is Theo, and my goal is to give you clear, honest information, not panic-driven headlines. If this helped you understand what's really happening, make sure you stay tuned for future updates. You've worked hard for your benefits. You deserve accurate information. Don't panic, stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next update.